So this felt like an obvious, very natural next step. So for those who don't know me, hi, I'm Chizi. I'm a content creator, storyteller, and professional deep thinker who has spent years sharing my life and lessons online. I started out creating natural hair videos, and then from there it went into just lifestyle, showing my journey in college as a bio major, wanting to go to medical school, and then deciding ultimately to become a full-time content creator. And it's been 8 years that I've been doing that full-time. Can you imagine? Yeah. Oh, and not only that, but becoming a woman of God. Oh my gosh. So y'all have really watched me evolve into the woman that I am, the Chizi Duru of today. And I feel like it's time that we just have a space where we can talk and really talk about the real of what's going on. I'm in a way different space now. I'm older. We're all older. We're a little wiser. And we just got to talk about the nuances of life and coming into adulthood, because it's actually not easy. It's not easy. This is all our first time here on earth, and there's no manual. So at this point, I think we just need to figure it out together. How does that sound to you guys? Okay, well, whether or not you like it, that's what's happening. I want this episode to really just catch all up on what has been going on with me, particularly, before we really get into all the other things that we'll be talking about in this podcast. But y'all don't really know what has happened in the last 3 years specifically, but even before that. So let me just add this tidbit in here real quick. Encountering Christ has really given me so much hope again. I promise you, I don't know where I'd be. And I say that because I remember around 26, 27, so I'm 29 now. And because I've been doing this so long, I made my first YouTube video in 2011. I went full time with this in 2017. So for 8 years, I've been doing this full time. And because I've been doing it so long, there were a lot of times where I would wonder what was next for me. I think being an entrepreneur, being a creative or of any sort, to be honest, anybody, but specifically being a creative and an entrepreneur, there can be a lot of like pressure when people ask you like, what's next? You know, what do you have in store? And I would be like, girl, I don't know. Like, I have no idea what is in store for me. And I didn't know if I could go any higher. And even if I could, how do I even get there? But I feel like since really just coming into Christ specifically, it's really helped me and given me clarity and given me confidence. To expand a little bit more, there were times where I felt like I should have pivoted a while ago. Because, you know, like, you're an entrepreneur, like you're a creative, you're expected to just keep on leveling up. So there were a lot of times where I felt like I missed my time, right? I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to have products out already. I should have did this and did that and blah, 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 blah. Honestly, in hindsight, I'm so glad that I didn't go any higher than I did, because if I did, it would have crushed me. And what do I mean by that? Like having over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, 200,000 on Instagram. I was getting a lot of views. I was making a lot of money. I wasn't happy. And I think a part of that was burnout. I was experiencing a lot of burnout. I honestly started to resent filming. I didn't want to film. I didn't have motivation. It was just none of it. So there was that part. But then also I was experiencing things personally and just going through it. And nobody knew. I was like, dang, like nobody could see that I'm going through it. That's crazy. And that's actually why I wanted to create this podcast, because I think as we are growing up, becoming who we're ultimately meant to be, and just, you know, walking out this life and into adulthood, there's just so many things that go on behind closed doors that nobody knows about. And we're just not talking about it. Or maybe we're talking about it with our friends, but I feel like we need more, you know, public spaces, but not really, because low-key, this is private, where we're just talking about the nuances of adulthood, right? What's going on, even just becoming a woman, going from girl to woman. There's so many things, and not all of us have access to the same information, to the same advice. So why not create a space where we can do that. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so, so excited. Some of the things that you can look forward to that we'll be talking about here is obviously the nuances of life and adulthood, finances, career, mental health, friendships, relationships, wellness, all the things, faith, all the things that encompass life, we gonna talk about. Okay? So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And stay tuned because we here. And yeah, I guess I'm an adult now.